Hey everybody, this is Lisa. I am coming on with a project share for my Crafting World Designs. And what I am sharing today is an add-on, which is the Craft Caddy add-on advent calendar. So this is the add-on die here. Okay. And then this is the original Craft Caddy that you would need for this one. Okay. So this is the Craft Caddy. And I will show you really quick one that I've shared in the past, but just so you know if you haven't seen it, this is how the Craft Caddy, the original Craft Caddy looks, okay? So these are separate pieces, but I actually glued these together, and this is your base that makes your caddy. Now, for the advent, you will use the same base piece, but as far as the inside piece, that's what the add-on is, which is this here. And I have a a big one over here, okay? So I will have everything in the description box along with my coupon code, which is LisaG10, so you can save 10% off of your order, okay? No matter how big or how small your order is, you can save some money. So I am going to drag this in here. So I decided to do the whole 24. I did 20. No, I'm sorry. 25. Okay. So I'm going to reverse this camera around so you can see the whole view of it. But all of this, I've glued everything except my base. Okay. So I wished I had a separate box, but this is your add-on piece right here. You get this piece here, and then you get this that makes your flap, which makes your box, okay? And you do the same thing. You will make 6 of these to put in your base, okay? So that's what I did, and I will show you what I did on the top. Now, the reason I am going to glue my base. So this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of the add-on, because I wanted to do 1 box per day. Now, between the first layer and the second layer, I covered the hole, okay? But I haven't glued this on yet because I'm going to put something in here to make it, the whole thing, a little bit heavier. I may get some little gravel, something that's got some weight to it before I glue it, because I don't want it. This one, I made this one for my grandson. I just don't want it, you know, too flimsy for him. I want it to have a little weight on the bottom. Now, and the reason that I put a spacer, because I didn't want it to go all the way to the bottom. So I left these 3 here hollow, because I was thinking maybe I could put something long in there, like, you know, they have those candy canes that's like really thick. That would probably go in there perfect. So I wouldn't need it to go all the way to the bottom. But how I did, I just left that open, okay? Now, here is, I made a lid for that. So all I did is, you can see some glue there. I just cut, I used scrap paper, and I just cut 1/2 inch strips, and I just started rolling it. And when I use that one strip up from my scrap, I just continue rolling until I got to this here. See, you can hear that. when you put that much roll, you have a little bit weight to it. So that's going to hold that in there. So I actually used a hexagon die from my stash. And because the one that goes for this base was a little bit like over the edge for my top. So I just went in my stash and got one. And then I centered it up. And then I put this one. Okay. To make the door for 25. So that's how I did that. Now I'm going to turn this camera around so you can see the whole view. Okay. So that is my 4-tier advent calendar. And I didn't embellish it too much because I am going to give this one for my grandson. So I didn't want to over embellish with like a lot of flowers, and I didn't want it too girly. So what I did, I'm going to go ahead and take that base off. So what I did, now if you want to, you can create a base for each layer, but I didn't do that. I just glued mine all together, and then I had this ribbon in my stash, and I just wrapped the ribbon all the way around, and then I glued the second ribbon that says Merry Christmas, and then periodically I would put a cabochon. And I started out with the cabochons where my ribbon would meet up together to close that little seam up, and then I just decided just to add some more throughout. So there's a little reindeer, a little tree, and all of these cabochons was in my shop for November's release, but I still have a few left. But that is my advent calendar. So the 25th, I just took the door piece and the layering piece for the door, and then I just did it in foam and paper to make it kind of thick so it can sit up on there when I glue it. And I did go ahead and add one little flower and some leaves because my glue kind of seeped out a little bit. So I was like, well, let me cover it up. And I just put this little bow. I had a little strip left, enough to make this little bow. So I just put that on one side. So this could be like the main front, but if it gets turned around, it still has the 25. So that will be the 25. So yes, this was so much fun. It is some die cutting, but I noticed a lot of ladies on the design team are putting 2 numbers on one door, which is good too because look at the room. Look at all that room in there. You can put a lot of stuff in there. And of course the advent calendars is for, something small. And I wanted to use magnets, but I didn't have enough. So I just used Velcro dots, and I kind of tried to coordinate the color of the Velcro dots. I did green. I did, I think I did some red somewhere. Some off-white. Maybe I didn't do that many red. I know I did do some red, but all the doors open fine. But that is my advent calendar. So go over to mycraftingworlddesigns.com. I will have everything in the description box, okay? And thanks for watching. And tell me what you think. Would you do 2 numbers on one door? Or 1? Would you do 4 layers? Or how would you do yours? Let me know, okay? Because I may do another one with the 2 numbers on one door. So I don't know. It was so much fun. But I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching.